Okay, Rabbi, let's go.
Very good, very good. All right, let's do the chusah out of the way, and now we can start. Daf Ayin Tes. Private Nachman Seltzer joke. That was a nice. Okay. Daf Ayin Tes. Shkoyach. Daf Ayin Tes. So we were discussing yesterday the concept of Oisei ves Benoi. You're not allowed to shech a mother and offspring in the same day. Machlokes, if you're allowed to shech the father and the offspring in the same day. Chananya said you cannot. This applies also to the father because choshishim l'zera av. Choshishim means not that we are concerned. We care about the zera av. It means something to us, and therefore it's asur. Says the Gemara. Omar Abuna Bar Chia, Omar Shmuel. So Shmuel says, Hilchos Chananya, and the halacha we paskin like Chananya, that choshishim l'zerav, and therefore we have to be choshish for the father. So you can't do oisev as benoi, literally oisoi, meaning the male, the father, benoi, in the same day. Ba'ad Shmuel tamei. Now the Gemara is going to prove that Shmuel paskin like Chananya. Tisnan Rabbi Yehuda Omer Hanoilodim min asus. If you have a mule, that the mother is sus, the mother is a horse. Even though the father is a donkey. I have a picture.
Those two get together.
Hanoilodim min asus. Mule. How do you have a mule?
Mule can't reproduce. Mule.
Here we go.
Is a
How do you? If you had to make a picture of a female horse and a male donkey, how would you do it? This is how I found it. So if this couple can't, you're not supposed to smile, by the way. If you're sitting in that seat, if you're not, no sin. So this mule it came from this shidduch. So if the mother's a horse, Ava Pisha Avim Chamor Mutarim Zebazeh. Oh, so Aval, let's finish. Aval and Elodim, these mules, the babies. Aval and Elodim in Achamor, Iman Elodim in Asus, Asurim. So basically it goes like this. If you have this shidduch, the mother's a horse, the father's a donkey, and you have a mule, so then the mules are allowed with this kind of, if all the mothers are horses and all the fathers are donkeys, then the offspring can marry each other. If you have this, this is even a better picture. If the father's a horse and the mother's a donkey, so this mule cannot marry this mule. These two mules don't go together. Okay?
Identical points. Is that what you read?
Right. They look identical. They're both mules. The mamish look identical. Look, Rabbi, I don't know how this happened. It was very weird, but Lamaisa, they have identical children. They have mules, but they're different. Now, so if we're concerned about the father, then we have, what do we have here? So it goes like this. If we're not concerned about the father, so what is this guy right over here? If we're not concerned about the father at all, if we don't care about a father, there's a horse. And what is this? A donkey. So therefore a donkey can't marry a horse. But if you're choishish for the zerav, then these guys are identical. Then they're just a mixed breed. It's a new min called a mixed breed called a mule. If we don't care about the father, then the father doesn't exist. So then all we care about is these two right over here. This mule is actually a donkey, and this mule is a horse. And a horse cannot marry a donkey. It's also to crossbreed, to breed a horse and a donkey. That's what?
Halacha versus biology. I mean, biology, they have
crossbreds.
What do you mean, they could?
They did.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to physically go and breed them together. You're not allowed to take a horse and a donkey and put them together. But if we're not...
In the case of a mule, they're not breeding.
They don't breed.
They don't breed.
The mules don't further. They don't go further.
So then you're not breeding.
But the father and the mother you're breeding. What do you mean? How did you get the mule?
Two mules. You're saying the two mules are not allowed to breed. You're not breeding them because they don't breed. Mules never breed.
Maybe they can't have offspring, but how do you know they don't want to breed?
So it's a shadow whether they're allowed to mate.
Yeah.
It's not breeding.
Okay. Breeding is the outcome. I'm not talking about the outcome. I'm talking about the shiloh, putting them together.
Why do we keep that?
When you hear the word, if chosheshim here, Rabbi Shlomo, this is for you. If chosheshim l'zerav, but if we are chosh, if we're concerned about the father, then he does a good thing here. He does a favor. He turns all these guys into one mishpacha. These kids are mules. Then it doesn't matter how we breed them. If the female is this horse, or the female is a donkey, or the male is a horse, the offspring is called a mule. Choshim l'zerav. It's one crossbred min.
Can you read that again, the non review diamond? What's he saying?
You're allowed to breed all mules that come just from a female horse. Because we have a manavshach. Either they are horses, and a horse is allowed to breed with a horse, or it's a mule, and a mule is allowed to breed with a mule. But but you can't take two mules that came from a reverse thing. You can't take a mule that the mother was a horse with a mule that the mother was a donkey, because then you don't have a manavshach anymore. Because if we're not choshesh for zerav, then you're actually breeding a horse with a donkey, and then that's a problem. That's if you're not choshesh for zerav. Why is it a problem? Because I'm not concerned about the father. If I remove the father from this picture, literally, all I remain with is the mother, and the mother's a horse. And in this picture, all I remain with is the mother, and the mother is a donkey. So you can't breed, this guy's a donkey, so you can't breed a donkey with a horse. That's only if I say, Ein Choshim Zerav. By the way, this picture is a famous picture. I saw it years ago. There's a guy in England, Yom Shugayim. He married his donkey. That's where I... Stop there, yeah. I think he was trying to make a shtick.
Use that for the picture. Say Chasish.
For the picture, or why? Oh, you mean this guy was over? This is before. No, he was over. He's a big machine. This is the first. How do you know which one came first? This is Nesuim Shneim. Here. So here's the big catch. Shmuel is calling Hananya Chachamim. You hear this? Ava Chachamim Oimrim. Hananya says, and I call him Chachamim, Kol Mine Prodoi Sachasein. It doesn't matter who the father and the mother are. Either way, it's always a mule. I don't even know today. We have mules today, right? You go to Grand Canyon, I think they use mules. I mean, mule. I heard. I don't know if it's true. Is like it has tremendous pros over a donkey and a horse. It's much stronger, it could schlep much more or something. It's like, there's a reason why they breed them. But at any rate, I don't know if there's a difference if you took a picture of a baby mule that came from a horse versus the mother was a horse versus the mother is a donkey. I don't know if there's a difference. Maybe there is. I'm not a big mumch in it. But that's what he says, that there is no difference halachically. We don't care if the father is a horse and the mother is a donkey, or the father is a donkey and the mother is a horse. The bottom line is, it's 50-50 horse, donkey, it turns into a mule. Man chachamim chananyahu. And since he used the lashon chachamim, that means Shmuel paskin like Chananya. Why did he call Chananya berabim? Because that's not halacha. The Omar chosheshim l'zerav. V'hai bar susya v'chamro, and this kid of a female horse and a donkey, v'hai bar chamro v'susyo, kulu chodam. It doesn't matter if the mother is a horse or the mother is a donkey. The bottom line is, it's one min according to Chananya. Why? Because chosheshin l'zerav. The father has everything to do with this kid, when it comes to genealogy of animals. And Memela, that's why we paskin by Oisev es Benoi. If you have a father, you can't shecht the son on the same day. That would create a huge issue, and that's how the halacha is. So that would be a big issue. If you have one male and 1,000 females in a farm, you have to be careful that you don't shecht the mother. I don't know what they do today exactly, how it works. Ibailu. Mipachadle le Rabbi Yehuda the Ein Choshim Zerav. Rabbi Yehuda is the one that said you cannot breed two types of mules. A different type of mule, meaning the mule that comes from a mother donkey with a mule that comes from a mother horse. You cannot breed them. Why can't you breed them, asked the Gemara? And this is going to be on the bottom of the Amud here, at least. Why not? Do we say Ein Choshishim L'Zerav, that the father doesn't exist at all? We know for 100% certainty that the father doesn't exist. And if the father doesn't exist, it turns out that the mother is a pure donkey. So the offspring, this mule is a donkey. And the other one, the mother is a horse, so the offspring is 100% a horse. And you're not allowed to breed a horse with a donkey. Is that pshat? Or maybe he just wasn't sure. Now, what's interesting is that all the way at the end of today's daf, on Daf Ayin Tesam Beis, the last lines, we're going to say that everybody agrees to this concept that we have no idea what's going on. Nobody's certain. The whole machlokes is not even if everybody, Rabbanan and everybody both hold that Sapuki Misapka. We don't know if Choshishim or Ein Choshishim. Like the second side over here, the second side. We don't have a certainty, because we don't have a certainty, we can't breed them. Lamai nafkimina. So what's the nafkimina in this question? Lemishri pri imo aim. This is the pri. This mule is a pri. Can this mule breed with other donkeys? Not literally with the mother, but with the breed of the mother.
I thought mules can't breed. Oh, mate.
Could they mate? Yeah.
Rashi says that how to breed.
Arbia means to mate. To mate. Could you mate them physically?
If animals mate by themselves.
Yeah, that's not our issue. Right. Leharbia. You are mating them.
You are mating them.
Yeah. That's what they do in farms, right?
So why would they mate them if they're not going to have?
Oh, why would they do it, you're asking? I don't know why.
But maybe a mule with a source can and stuff.
I don't know what the physical, I mean, you're looking up if could mules breed? What?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, this is off?
No, it's working. He's having technical issues. Even though he's sitting right here, he wants to make sure he can still watch it right now.
Oh.
Sorry to distract you.
Fine. But you hear the Shiloh? The Shiloh's like this. Afterwards, you have this offspring, you have this mule, could you breed a mule with its mother's type? If it's pasha to you that there's no father in existence, he doesn't exist, so then what? No problem, you can mate the offspring with any donkey you want. But if it's only you being machmir, the whole thing is a chumrah, then you're never allowed to mate a mule with any donkey, or a mule with, if its mother was a horse, with any horse. You're the Shaila. Mai, Toshma, Rabbi Yehuda Omer, Kol Anilodim Min Asus, the offspring of a female horse. Afal Pisha Avim Chamor, Mutar B'zeh B'zeh. So it's this picture over here. The female horse with the male donkey. Mutarim B'zeh B'zeh. Now the Gemara is going to go into what it means. Heichidomi. If you have two mules that both fathers were donkeys and both mothers were horses, then obviously you're allowed to mate them. So it's a good kasha, Rabbi Shomer. I don't know, I didn't think about that. Why are they mating these mules? What's going on here? Everybody knows. In kindergarten you already learned mules don't have offspring. Don't know. Okay, but he's that guy. He's Levi's guy. He's that Meshuggah that wants to be over on every single thing, even when it's not shaykh. So he mates them. Is he over or not? I don't know. But you know what? But if they can't have kids anyway, so is there a revia? I guess, yeah. Yeah, sure. Just like a human and a donkey, there's revia.
The Isser is on the nice
Mating.
side of the Totzah. They're not susceptible, it's still Isser.
Right. The question is, why would he do it? And the answer is because he's a meshugah, because he wants to. Right? That's what I'm saying. That guy. So now the Gemara is actually going to answer yes. This is a big chiddush. But the Gemara, what's the Gemara's question? If I have the same exact breed, that the father's a donkey and the mother is a horse, they had a son. Then you have a father a donkey, the mother is a horse, and they had a daughter. That's a beautiful shidduch. In ve'agefen, v'in ve'agefen. Mamish, the parents are the same. So what's the problem? Elalav, and the Gemara says that is a problem. I'll tell you, it's a major problem. But Elalav, the avua the haisus, you have to say that this guy is a complete horse, a thoroughbred. Mamish, a thoroughbred from the racetrack. V'avua the haichamor. But the other one, he's a shtickle mamzer. He's a peret. He's a in between. His father is a donkey, but the mother is a horse. Viktani mutarim zemzeh. And yet it says you're allowed to breed them. So obviously we're saying we're not choishish v'zerav. It's gone. He's gone, and that's why you're allowed to breed them, even though they're different breeds. In other words, we don't view it as any donkey at all. What we have here is a pure, a thoroughbred, and another animal that the father was a donkey, but we don't even consider the donkey anything. It's another horse with a horse, and you're allowed to breed them. Says the Gemara, it's talking about, it's the same we said before in Ve'agefen. Both fathers are, the father of the Kala Hanal and the father of the Chosin are both donkeys. Now the same I have a picture for this. I thought this is a more good picture to explain why this could be a problem. Where did I put this picture? Look at this. This is not really the same example, but look at this. Inbred, this is like a zebra and a horse. I would think that you are actually using the part of the zebra, the part of the donkey. Each molecule is a combination. Maybe it's a half a donkey and a half a horse, and you're marrying the other half that you're not allowed to. Here you can physically see it. There's different parts. This is real. Yeah. This is a real animal. This is a real animal, yeah. What? No, I think it's real. Because you see different pictures of it. You see this animal in action. Yeah, it's a famous animal. There's a lot of crazy animals out there. Once you start going on Google to look for these pictures, they find some weird stuff. The only good one I couldn't come up with is like a koi. They have like a half deer, half thing with. A koi is we're gonna get into it. It's the sugya. It's the mother is a behema, and the father is a chaya. It's a combination of a deer and a goat. A deer and a goat, and it's actually one of the things they breed today. They have deer goats. It's a question that they ask, could they even breed? But it seems like they breed them today. Akoponim. So here the Gemara's teretz. I mean, this is the thing that we've been saying all along. Hillel said it the other day also. Hi Hillel. Does each cell have a half a donkey, half a horse? Is it just a breed by itself? Is it called a mule? And Memela, a mule is allowed to go with a mule. I would say no. At the end of the day, it's part horse, and that's what's breeding with the donkey, and that's not allowed. Kamash malon, that it's a breed by itself. A mule is a breed by itself, and Memela, you're allowed to breed them. Tashma. But don't ask me what's the big chiddush if the father is a donkey and the father is a donkey. There is a chiddush. Tashma Rabbi Yehuda Pirdush Tova. I guess this is mating season, and the mule wants a shidduch. She's saying, I need a shidduch. So you're not allowed to give her a horse, a thoroughbred, or a donkey. Only its type. And if you're telling me that I know for a fact that a mule, that ain't choshishim, if it's pasha to me that ain't choshishim l'zerav, that the father doesn't exist, and memela this mule is what? Either a donkey, a pure donkey, or then she should be allowed. The rabbi then whatever the mother is, we don't care about the father, so give her If the mother was a donkey, give her a donkey. She is a donkey. Ein chosheshim l'zerav. Mifsha pshita that ein chosheshim l'zerav. The lo yadina mina de'ima ma'inu. V'ha'ela mina ktani. It says mefurish. You should give her her min. In other words, you do know what her min is. Hachi kamar. Ein marbim aleh loy min sus v'loy min chamor. What it means, you should give her mina, meaning you can't even give her a thoroughbred, and you can't give her a mixture of a horse and a donkey.
It says elamina.
And then you don't have mina, and there is no mina. You can't give her a pure horse, and you can't give her a mixture of a horse. So Mela, you're stuck, nothing. And that would go well with Rabbi Schoenberg. There's nothing. It doesn't matter anyways. There's nothing. She's Levisha and Yodim Mina. As the Gemara of Velivdik b'Simanim. Let's check what she is.
It probably calms them down. She's big 25. Probably just like.
Yeah, they get mishuga. You have to be. That's the whole point. The Gemara says somewhere, I don't remember where, that if you don't give them when they're teveya, then it's dangerous to the animal. It does damage to them. What are the simanim? Avi kale bar chamoro. If it has a thick voice, I was actually going to do, the first time I figured, okay, we'll do, I always have a video, we're going to do audio. I'm going to bring the coil of whatever. It would be too much. Avi kale, they have some cool sounds of this, maybe on the 8-minute one we'll do it. Avi kale bar chamoro, tznif kale bar susya. If it's like a weaker voice, then it's a horse. Papa, Rav Rivan Udnei, if it has large ears, yeah, no problem for me. So I online, if you go online, you say, what's the difference between a horse? And they have this whole chart. Mamish what the Gemara says. If it has big ears, you know it's a donkey. Small ears, it's a horse. So I got this great picture. Look at these ears. So if it has ears like this, it's mardik. Then you know what? That it comes from a donkey. If it has small ears and a large tail, bar susya. That's also one of the simonim over here. Where was it over there? There's not on this one, but it's part of the simonim of a horse. If it has a long tail, then it's a horse. So why don't you check the simonim? She can't talk. She doesn't have a tail. You can't check.
And no ears?
No ears. We're talking about a situation you can't check. Obviously, if you could check, or you know for a fact what it is, okay, then there's no shaila. You know for a fact. You're the owner. She has a shtickle chisaron. The yichus is not that good, but she has all the tremendous miles. But I have to tell you about the ears. Okay. What's going on? Toshma. So the offspring, this mule is usher even if you know what the mother is. So let's say the mother is a donkey and you have a mule. The mule is usher according to everybody. Shmamino, sapuki misapuk shmamino. Comes out that Rav Yehuda is misupik. It's not, if you would know for sure that ein choshim l'zera'av, then I wouldn't care at all about the horse father. I would say it all goes by the donkey mother, and this is donkey. Memela, you're allowed to breed the mule with a donkey. Only Rabbi once told his shamish, Kimailisli kudinyosa berispak, when you get together these my mules and attach them to the wagon. Obviously, he had a lot of stuff going on there. He had a lot of mules. He had a lot of cars. Make sure that you put together, that we don't have an issue of klayim, the ones that have the same type of ears and tails. Tails and ears, says Rashi. He doesn't talk about voice. If he was choishish l'zera'av, then he would allow all mules together. There would be one min. Because in choishish l'zera'av, I don't know what kind of mule this is. This could be a mule from a donkey. It could be a mule from a horse. Memela, I don't want to be over on kalayim. Make sure that they all match up in terms of the simanim. So you see from here, the simanim doiraisa, that he wasn't concerned about kalayim because he was samich on a siman. And it's a whole sugya in Elam Metzias if simanim doiraisa or not. And I would say that maybe it's only midrabanan, and only beneget mumminus maybe. Over here we're saying even a Issa Deraisa, I could remove myself from Issa Deraisa through Simonim. So Simonim are, according to him, a Deraisa. Not only, sometimes we have in Shas, not Deraisa, now we actually just had a few weeks ago, no? With the eggs of, the egg has a simon, and the Gemara over there said, no, we don't care about the Simonim. Simonim leather or something like that. Tanur Rabbanon. Oysev es benoi noig beklaim. The Isser of shechting a mother and her offspring. And we said Allah is like Hananya that you can't shecht a father and the offspring is noig beklaim, meaning if you take a goat and a sheep, some sort of mixture, it's there. Ubekoi, and also in this koi, or some people read it kvi. It's an animal that is a crossbreed of a chaya and a behema, a deer and a goat. And we're going to see soon, is the father a deer or the father is a goat? Big nafkamina. Rebbe Lezer oimer kelaim abol mene ezu min harochel. Rebbe Lezer is mechulik. He says no. I'll agree to half of that, what you just said. If it comes from a goat and a sheep, then you're right. Then there's a problem. But I won't agree to you that there's a problem with an animal. Now, if you remember yesterday, we said Oisev is benoi is not noig at all by a chaya. So you could shecht a deer and her child on that same day, and you're not over at all, because the pasuk says shari kesev, right? It says before in the pasuk we're talking about behemoths, so it's not noig by tzvi. Omer Rav Chizda ezekvi ezekoyin shenechleku boy Rebbe Lezer v'chachamim zehaba minat hayish u'minat tzviya. We're talking about the father is a goat and the mother is a deer. And if it's talking about the mother is a deer, and you shechted both of them on one day, everybody agrees there's no shayla b'chlal that this mother deer patters her kid from Moisev Benoi. If the mother's a pure deer, and there's no Moisev Benoi, I don't care if the kid is let's say, consider the kid a tayish, consider it a goat, but there's no oisai. The oisai is not here. The mother is not a goat. In order to be over oisai, you need two behemoths. One of them is a behemoth, not good. So you have to say that the mother is a goat. So now it's much better. We have a mother goat. Yes, the father is a deer, but the mother is a goat. There's no machlokes in that either. Even Rebbe Lezer will agree that if the mother is a goat, just because the father is a deer, Yechayev. Why? Sel Rachmana. Ubenoi koldu. So even if it's benoi doesn't say what it is. It says oisoi ubenoi. Benoi could be even a small mix, even has a mix of a behemoth in it. It will also be oisoi benoi. Says the Gemara Loilam. We're talking about a whole different case. We're talking about the grandparent now. So once we remove the parent from the picture, so we don't have this issue of the Torah says you have to be behemoth. We're not talking about the mother. We're talking about the grandmother. The grandmother was a chaya. We're talking about the grandmother was a deer. V'yolda bas, and she had a kid. Ubas yolda ben, and that kid had another child. It doesn't matter. Rashi says it doesn't matter if it's a son or a daughter. It's all the same. The point is that the grandmother was a deer. So now, because shochat lo v'livra, and you shechted the grandkid of the deer and the daughter of the deer on one day. Rabbanan sabri choshim l'zera'av. So since we're choshish for the zera'av, so there's a little bit, right? Who's the grandmother? A deer. But we also have to be choshish for the grandfather, who's a tayish, who's a behemoth, so mamela choshim zera'av. We have to be, we're concerned. We're not concerned. We care halachically about the grandfather, and the grandfather is a behemoth. So since there's a little behemoth in here, there's a problem. Oisav es benoi. V'seh v'afilu mitzaseh. So if we don't care about the grandfather, so what do we have here? A complete chaya. If we have a complete chaya, then there's no oisev is benoi. The sev having says lo yamrinon. Ask the Gemara. So if you're telling me this argument is in a case of a koi, and there's a grandparent and not a grandparent, etc. But what's the bottom line? What's the shoyer of the machlokes? Choshen l'zerav. So why are they arguing in a funny case of koi? They should just be arguing together with Chananya that we had before, the same case before. Is there a shayla b'chlal of oisves benoi by a father and a son? It's a much more simple case. You're going to a far-fetched animal that barely exists, a koi, and arguing in this yisod. But the same yisod, bring it back to our sugya. Is oisves benoi, does it apply to not only a mother and her kid, but also a father and a kid? That's it.
How long you have to be choshesh for that?
Oh, so that might be a little bit of what the Gemara is saying. If the machlokes is in the big case of choshem zerav, I would say have amina baha. In this case of koi, afilu rabbana moidu the sev afilu mixa se lo yamrinon. Maybe they don't care about the little se in the third generation. Kamash melon. Even in this case, they are choshesh. That's basically what you were saying. Now, another halacha that's important if choshen zerav. So we have a pasuk that tells us. What is this pasuk? Next, okay. This pasuk tells us the halacha of kis adam. And what does it say in the pasuk? By the way, anytime there's dots, just in case you didn't notice, that means there's more of the pasuk just didn't fit in here. I had to chop it out for printing purposes, not chas v'shalom. V'ish asher yotzod, v'ish ish v'chula asher yotzod seid chaya. In other words, this halacha of kisui adam only applies to a chaya. When we shecht cows today and sheep, we don't do kisui adam. What else do we do kisui adam to? Chickens, birds. So Mamela, again, we're going to have the same issue. What if we have this crossbreed in Kisi Adam? Vadisnan, koi ein shorten way to be amtoiv, you're not allowed to shecht a crossbreed, a behema nachaya koi on Yontif. Why? Because on Yontif we have a brown Kisi Adam. What's the issue with Kisi Adam? That's the machlokes over there, I think in Beitza. But let's say, according to Rava, the problem is muktzah. So, on the tzad that it doesn't require Kis Adam, it's a behema, then you're just picking up dirt or you're digging dirt, whatever you're doing over there, you're doing a Chil Shabbos for no reason. If it's a mitzvah, okay. So you can do the Chil Shabbos if it's prepared before, whatever, it's a whole long sugi over there. But if it's for nothing, it's 100% a behema, you have no right to pick up that dirt with a shovel and sprinkle it over the blood. So therefore, koi ein shechtem is a yontif. You're not allowed to shecht it. Don't get yourself involved in a shayla.
Requires to put the earth on top of the blood?
Yeah, kisui.
Not enough for that the blood drip into a container.
No. Kisui. Just a little bit sprinkled on top. That way we had the whole story. The wind came and blew it off, put it back on. Ein shor l'noisa b'yom tov. V'im shochtoi ein mechasim is domoy. Really? Drip into the dirt. An automatic system. And if you were over and you shechted, you cannot do kisui adam. What kind of animal are we talking about? If the mother is a chaya, and a chaya requires kisui adam, according to everybody, this should be Kisi Adamir, Tzvi, because it says in Torah, Tzvi, Vafilu mixes Tzvi, Chaya, even a mixes Chaya. So you have to say, Elo B'Tzvi Abalat Yosho, that the mother, Violda. The mother is a goat. Ilu Rabbanon, that say, Choshesh in L'Zerav, that the father plays a big role here, Lishchad V'Lechasi. Then this animal is a Chaya, Lahalacha, and therefore it requires Kisi Adam. Either Rebbe Lezer that says Ein Choshin L'Zerav, there's no father at all, and the mother is a goat, a behema, L'Shched V'Lo L'Chasi. Then what's the problem? Shecht it and don't do Kisi Adam. So why can't you shecht L'Yantiv? Lo B'Tzvi Abalat Yosha. We're talking about that the mother is a goat. V'Rabbanon, and here we come with finally V'Rabbanon sapuki misapkulu. It's just a suffix to them. Yichoshin l'zerav v'yin choshin l'zerav. So it's Shaila. Do we do l'chumra? And we are concerned that maybe there's a little bit of a chaya involved over here, and therefore yichayev because of them, or maybe no. Maybe since you're potter, so you shouldn't be mechal Shabbos.
But we already proved that on Amar Aleph.
That's according to Rabbi Yehuda, we said.
Now we're saying
Yeah, according to Rabbanon.
Kisur Hadam is a question of muktzah.
Kisur Hadam, according to Rav, it's muktzah. According to other mandama, it's you're being torrid b'melacha. It's a three-way machlokes over there. There's a problem. Halachically on Shabbos do Kisur Hadam if you're not required. If you're required, do it. As long then comes a big sil and says it has to be prepared. Whatever, it's a whole sugi over there. Don't make sure that it's soft dirt, not hard dirt. What?
You have to do Kisur Hadam straight away?
If you want to eat the animal, I think so. I don't know. Do you have to do it right away? Saying wait until after Shabbos. Yeah, but I don't think you could eat I don't think you could eat it before. You want to eat it on Yom Tov, and you have to do kisui. What? Not that you have to do it like the second later. What? You're over on a say.
Okay, but
So don't do it. Don't get yourself involved in it.
okay, but if you did it, you can't eat it.
That probably not. But we're just talking about halachically. Should you shecht an animal on Yom Tov lechatchila? And if you're over now, what do? Should you do kisui hadam? You have to be mekayim the mitzvah. Not so much the isser to eat or not.
So now you can't compare the machlokas of oyster vesnoi and kilayim, because oyster vesnoi goes the chumrah.
Yeah, but kilayim also.
Kilayim goes the kula. If you choshim is there up kilayim,
Yeah.
you can do it, but in oyster vesnoi you cannot do it. So
No, by Yosef B'nai also it's l'chumra. We go l'chumra. Chacham say l'chumra by Yosef B'nai.
choshim is there up by oyster vesnoi, it's the chumrah
That you're not allowed to chef that day.
Kilayim is the
That you're not allowed to be marbia. That you're not allowed to.
you are
We're gonna see everything. That's tomorrow's daf. That's the whole sugya, back and forth of chumra not chumra. Yeah, zog the Gemara. Says the Gemara, so Rabbanon have a suffix. They don't know if Choshen Zerav or not. So at this point, the Gemara says it has to be that Rebbe Lezer doesn't have a suffix. Rebbe Lezer had a suffix, then there'd be no difference between Chachamim and Rebbe Lezer. So Rebbe Lezer is pashatim. That what? Ain't Choshishim. Oh, so now we're going to the next time. That's important. So again, this is the whole beginning. Mei zoiche hazevach. Im shar imse. These are weird words. Im should say shar v'seh. Fine, but the zroya v'nosan lakoyin. What do you give a matana to the koyin? Zroya l'choyayim v'akeva. The foreleg, the jaw. This I'm not sure what a koyin would do with. Maybe he makes kishka out of it. It's the keva, one of the four things in the animal. Fine, stomach. But we call it whatever we call it, abu masim, whatever it's called. I'll go upon him. But it says here, when do you give it to the kohen? Only if it's a shar seh, not if it's a deer. So, but if it's a mixture of a deer and a goat, a koi, and beklayim, a mixture of a goat and a sheep, you do give. Rebbe Lezer Omer, klayim abominez again. Here comes Rebbe Lezer, same shito. Klayim abominez minerach chayv matonis, min a koi pot menatonis. But if it has some mixture of a chaya in there, you don't give matonis. B'maiskinon. If we're talking about a goat, that the mother is a deer, but according to Rabbanon, that we say it's a suffix. Okay, we're going in the shita that according to Rabbanon we have a suffix here. I can understand how come he didn't give half of the Zroy v'l'chayim to the kohen. But idach palgo lemelei aisiraya the choshen zerav v'shkoil. On the side that it's the father is a chaya seder, so I don't give half. But on the other 50%, what happened there? We're talking about that the mother is a deer, and if the mother is a deer, On the tzad that she's a deer, the kohen gets nothing. So why should the kohen get anything? Because maybe we don't care about the father. Or maybe we do care about the father, sorry. Maybe we do care about the father, but maybe we don't care about the father. So 50% for sure the kohen doesn't get because of the deer side, right? 50% is a deer. That we know for sure that this kid is a half a deer. So on the half a deer, the kohen doesn't get anything. The other side, maybe he should get 50%. Why? Because maybe his father is a goat. But maybe he's not a goat. So you have to prove to me that he's a goat. You, the kohen, have to prove to me. I don't know halachically what he is.
So you shouldn't have to give anything.
You shouldn't have to give anything. On the other side, that maybe it's a goat, you have to prove to me that it's a goat. Elo, so obviously we're not talking about that case, that the mother is a deer. Elo b'tzvi abba tiyosha. There is a 50% chance that this is a goat.
No, on that 50% chance, for sure you get the money for sure.
Right.
You say kosher or not.
Right. There's a 50% chance that we have a goat here on the 50% chance, he gets 50% of his matanos. So I can explain what it means, the word chayav b'chatzi matanos. He only gets 50%. But according to Rebbe Lezer, that says that there's no deer at all, it's 100% a goat. So why does Rebbe Lezer say that by a koi you don't get anything? Other Rabbi, you should get the 100%, much more than Chachamim. We're talking about the mother is a goat. So then you ask a kasha, Rebbe Lezer, how come you don't give matanos? Rebbe Lezer nami sepugim sapkelei. Oh, so finally we come to the conclusion that not only Chachamim have a suffix, but Rebbe Lezer also has a suffix. So then what's the machlokes? Since we have both of them, are mesupik b'may pligi. So what is the machlokes? The sev afilu mikzas. Just do we darshan the mikzas. Rabbanan Savri sev afilu mikzas. Rebbe Lezer sovar sev v'lo mikzas. And then tomorrow's sugi is going to go into the explain each and every case how that works. Are we choishish for seh and mixaseh, or we're not choishish for mixaseh? But at the end of the day, today we have that everybody holds it's a suffix. We don't